Imagine finishing work, planning a quiet night, and never being seen again. In March 2009, 35-year-old Claudia Lawrence, a chef at the University of York, vanished on her way to work. She was last seen walking near her home in Heworth, York, after texting a friend about meeting the next day. The next morning, Claudia never showed up for her shift. Her phone was switched off, her bank account untouched, and her car still parked at home. Police quickly realized this was no voluntary disappearance. The Claudia Lawrence case became one of Britain's most puzzling mysteries, raising fears of abduction or murder. Her absence tore through her community, leaving everyone unsettled. Even today, her final walk remains a chilling blank in time. Investigators uncovered troubling details about Claudia's personal life. Friends said she often met people outside of work, and police believed she had a complex private life that may have put her in danger. Neighbors reported seeing a mystery man outside her home days before she vanished. Forensic searches of her house found no signs of struggle, but something felt wrong. Detectives traced her last movements to CCTV footage, showing her walking home the night before. Despite massive media coverage, not a single solid lead explained where Claudia went. Each new detail only made the case darker and more confusing. Police appealed nationwide for witnesses, but silence answered every plea. The missing pieces left her family living in constant torment. Over the years, several people were arrested on suspicion of murder, but none were ever charged. The lack of forensic evidence kept the case frozen. Police believe Claudia may have been targeted by someone she knew, possibly lured out of her house. Others thought she was a victim of a stranger attack near her route to work. Theories spread in the press, damaging reputations and creating public mistrust. Her father, Peter Lawrence, campaigned tirelessly to keep her name alive, pushing for answers. Despite repeated appeals, the investigation hit dead ends. The suspects walked free, but Claudia remained missing. Hope of resolution dimmed with every year. The unanswered questions now echo louder than ever before. For over a decade, Claudia's family fought to uncover the truth. Her father became an outspoken advocate for families of the missing, campaigning for stronger laws. Yet he passed away in 2021 without ever knowing what happened to his daughter. To this day, no body, no motive, and no confirmed suspect have been found. The Claudia Lawrence disappearance remains one of the UK's most haunting cold cases. The unanswered questions still linger. Was it a crime of passion, a random attack, or something more sinister? Until the truth is revealed, Claudia's story will remain a shadow over York. Her memory lives on, not through closure, but through the pain of her absence, and the silence surrounding her fate still screams. Both Claudia Lawrence and Brittany Drexel represent the haunting weight of disappearances that shook entire communities. One vanished on her way to work in the UK, the other while enjoying spring break in the USA. Their stories spread fear far beyond their hometowns, forcing families, investigators, and the public to confront chilling questions about safety and justice. For years, both cases were marked by rumors, suspects, and broken leads, leaving families trapped between hope and despair. Though Brittany's fate was tragically revealed more than a decade later, Claudia's case still lingers in silence, her absence echoing across York. Imagine a teenager on spring break vanishing into thin air. In April 2009, 17-year-old Brittany Drexel traveled to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, against her parents' wishes. She was last seen leaving a friend's hotel on Ocean Boulevard late at night. Surveillance cameras captured her walking alone, carrying her phone. Then, she disappeared. Her family quickly reported her missing, sparking a wave of searches along the coastline. For years, no sign of Brittany was ever found. Her case shocked the nation, turning a fun vacation town into the setting of a chilling mystery. Families everywhere suddenly felt the fear, and Myrtle Beach would never be seen the same way again. Investigators followed Brittany's phone records, which showed her phone last pinged near Georgetown County, 50 miles from where she was last seen. Search dogs, helicopters, and divers scoured the area but found nothing. Witnesses claimed they saw her being forced into a vehicle, fueling fears of abduction. Theories spread quickly: human trafficking, random kidnapping, or foul play by someone she met. Each lead seemed promising, but all eventually collapsed. The lack of solid evidence left her family desperate for answers. The mystery of Brittany Drexel became one of America's most heartbreaking missing teen cases. The absence of truth weighed like a stone, and with each year, hope turned to despair. Over the years, multiple suspects surfaced, including known offenders in the area. Theories of a trafficking ring gained traction, as Myrtle Beach has a history of such crimes. But despite tips and FBI involvement, no charges were ever filed. Brittany's mother fought relentlessly to keep her story alive, appearing in the media and demanding new searches. The rumors only added to the pain, with some falsely accusing friends or strangers. With no evidence, the case dragged on year after year, leaving only speculation. For a decade, Brittany's fate remained a haunting question mark. Communities prayed, but no answers came. And silence grew heavier with every passing summer. Finally, in 2022, the FBI confirmed that Brittany's remains had been found in Georgetown County. A man named Raymond Moody confessed to abducting and murdering her, bringing long-awaited closure. Yet even with the confession, the case left scars on her family and community. For more than 13 years, the disappearance of Brittany Drexel symbolized fear and tragedy. Her story remains a chilling reminder of how quickly joy can turn into loss. Though justice has been served, the pain of her disappearance lingers. Brittany's name now stands as both a tragedy and a warning for generations to come. Her memory urges the world never to forget, and her story is a voice for the voiceless. Imagine sending your child to school and never seeing them again. On June 4, 2010, 7-year-old Kyron Horman was dropped off at Skyline Elementary School in Portland, Oregon. That morning, he attended a science fair with his stepmother, Terry Horman, who took his picture in front of his project. But by afternoon, Kyron was missing. Teachers assumed he had left with a parent, but when he never came home, panic set in. A massive search operation began immediately. The Kyron Horman disappearance became one of the largest missing child investigations in Oregon's history. The image of Kyron at his science fair project became haunting, and the mystery of his last steps grew darker with time. Authorities launched one of the most intensive searches the state had ever seen. Hundreds of volunteers combed through forests, rivers, and rural roads. Helicopters circled the area, and divers searched nearby waterways. Yet not a single trace of Kyron was found. His backpack and belongings never turned up. Police questioned neighbors, teachers, and parents, but no one had seen him after the science fair. The school had no surveillance cameras, making it even harder to piece together his last steps. The longer the search went on, the more questions arose. How could a child vanish from a school in broad daylight? Even today, that question pierces through Oregon. And still, no clear answer has surfaced. As the case unfolded, suspicion began to circle Terry Horman, Kyron's stepmother. Witnesses reported seeing her acting strangely that morning. She also failed several polygraph tests. Police revealed she had allegedly tried to hire someone to kill her husband, Kane Horman, weeks earlier, raising even more suspicion. Despite this, she was never charged in Kyron's disappearance. Theories suggested Kyron was abducted by someone he trusted, or that he was taken as part of a custody dispute. The case gripped the nation, with the media focusing on Terry's behavior. Yet without hard evidence, no arrests were made. The unanswered questions have left wounds that never heal, and suspicion still lingers like a shadow over the family. More than a decade later, the Kyron Horman disappearance remains unsolved. His family continues to search, holding events and releasing updated images of what Kyron might look like today. Each year, new tips surface, but none have led to closure. The case has become one of the most famous 901 cases in the United States. For Oregon, it is a wound that never healed. Kyron's smile, captured in his science fair photo, has become a haunting symbol of loss. Until answers are found, the question of what happened to Kyron Horman will continue to haunt his family and community. The silence around his fate grows heavier every year, and the shadow of that June morning refuses to fade.